I think, my friends, we are good to go. Hi, Father Fenway. How we doing? Hi, Ren. Hi, Hussar. And the crazy chocobo lady. How you doing? You're hopping out from spoilers. Good luck, Hussar. Have a good have a good day yourself. And if you do stream, have a good stream as well. You enjoy listening whilst you're at work? Like I say, spoilerific. Right then, let's get cracking. Let's really get stuck into a good storyline. And let's continue. So we are inside Rising Stones in Mordona. This is where we need to pick up from Alice. If you are also continuing your storyline, you need to come here as well. I've made sure for the purpose of this stream that I have access to a mute button. The background music is about here. If that's too loud, let me know. Sound effects about there. And a voice volume is about here. If that's okay. We've also got ambient set up to 27. So this should be okay. EQ. If not, we'll fix it as we go. But without further ado, let's have a look at this quest. But before we do, thank you so much for 10 months, Demon. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So Alice has to say, Alice can tell you are itching to take the fight to the telophoroi. Telophoroi, that's what they're called, isn't it? And we get that picture of very upset Alphino, perhaps, called The Company We Keep. Here we go. There's me thinking it would be voice acted. Ah, Meoni, you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest. If you came hoping for tidings from Kral, I'm afraid we're still waiting. But we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand. Thanks in snow? Yes, it's snowing. Thanks in no small part to Hoary Boulder and the others. Not Hoary Boulder. I can't handle Hoary Boulder on screen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Meanwhile, talks with the Beast Tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Uldar's progress with the Amalja, Gridania has opened negotiations with the Ixal. Believe it or not. Well, that is quite surprising, actually. All of which is obviously very encouraging. But with the telophoroi still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. Nod. Alright, Demon, thanks for hopping by. Take it easy. Need to take the fight to them, that's what we need to do. Got this. We're gonna kick their ass. Zzz. Plural. Who are you? Oh, Resistance Herald.
Begging your pardon, but I came bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested.
We were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda?
I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the telophoroi in concert with our new allies. The Beast Tribes have also been invited. It's hoped that they'll join us in the fight against their common foe.
So, the Alliance would bring all of the Beast Tribes into the fold at a single stroke. An ambitious plan, given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face.
Indeed, milady, and for their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented.
All the nods. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honoured to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay.
Then I'll bring your answer hither with all haste, my lord. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace.
Off he goes, the errand boy. And he can't just teleport back to Alamigo. He's got to go on a boat or something. Remember the law? Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and Y'shtola lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor. Don't you, Meoni? Nod. All present may rightfully claim a seat. I do quite agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. Orianjay, stay off of the bourbon. Come on, it's hard enough to read as it is.
I'm not coming either. Aymeric will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated.
Very well then. While those with a mind to hold the fort get on with holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo. Shall we? Aw, Orianjay, I wanted you to come so I could read your amazing dialogue. Amazing dialogue, they say. Tataru, what do you have to say? Don't forget to bring me something nice from Alamigo. Oh, I'll try. I'll bring you a cookie. You like cookies? I like cookies. Orianjay, what do you have to say?
I shall take this opportunity to gain a better understanding of Sir Estinian. Being Elazon of like age, 'tis possible we have interests in common. Mayhap I shall begin by lending him a favourite treatise or two from my collection.
Alright. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Kuridan.
Don't worry, I have no plans to return to roaming in your absence. I know you'd only chase me if I did.
Yeah, damn right I would. And I'm not talking to Hoary Boulder before anyone asks. Let's go over to the Alamigan Quarter then in Girabania, and we'll teleport over directly as such. It feels weird. I'm half expecting there to be a quest for like the Sorrow of Wurlet, but we completed that last time. Yes. Magneto says, "Hark lest ye awakenest yon yiver thine morning." I'm doing pretty good, thank you. How are you? Right, let's pop over. Totally not like changing the music instantly by getting on this mount. It's fine, it's fine. It's a means of travel. I'm too lazy to walk around. Right then, where are you? Let's hold the X button on PC so we can click through players. Top tip.
We've been expecting you. While some few guests have yet to arrive, your alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in?
Go ahead. I'm not talking to Hoary Boulder. How dare you? Bad request. Please be voice acted. I want to hear the voice of the Amalja. Please don't make me do the voice. Oh, they're not agreeing. Just magic doors. Oh, it's a self. Oh, wow. This looks so cool, seeing them all together. Oh, wow. It's like a fancy dress party, but we forgot to dress up, please. That's what this is.
Esteemed guests,
Ooh, voice acting.
You honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would!
That is not how I imagined his voice to be. I'm always like, "Rah, information on our taken brethren you have. Rah." Maybe I just like birds, I don't know.
Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay! Freed our people must be!
Alright, that was a bit closer to what I expected. But rah! Needs more rah, though. Needs more parrot. For the Ixali, I think.
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
Yes, we know how that ended last time, though, don't we, Merylweb?
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
No, there's not enough S's there.
Slaughtered.
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
I'm pretty sure the guy that they got into the studio to do that voice work was told to, like, suck on a bar of soap or something and then talk at the same time.
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
What was that about? Yeah, exactly. What? Me and you were thinking exactly the same thing, Aymeric. We really were.
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus. A little tricky without deals, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets, pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
Oh, just a nice little happy family, isn't it?
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
Oh, you had to bring her up, come on.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
Wait, isn't that just Raban's voice actor doing the Amalja War Chief as well? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds like he's basically acting in 2 bits in this same scene. That's quite interesting.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
The Fellowship of the Ring. That's my initial thought. I have no idea. I would call it the Grand Company of Eorzea. No. I would call it... One moment, please.
Might I suggest the Grand Company of Eorzea? I remember a certain someone pondering it once upon a time, and it seems as fitting a name as any.
Yeah, but I didn't get to choose Alisei. That... Really? Alisei? Alisei. Me and you are going to have words in Endwalker.
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
I mean, they're not wrong, but where's my choice?
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
Yeah, I too prefer One Moment Please. That's a much better name. Somebody should make an FC now called One Moment Please, just in spite of that. Someone sends me a screenshot of that, I'll buy them something from a Mog station. Dear, the first person who does that. Has to be their main character though, obviously.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
It doesn't even sound that good. Ah, come on. Ah. That's sad, that is. Wait, that's why he was crying in the thumbnail picture? Oh, come on. I was expecting something more dramatic. Ah, dear. I suppose it's a good thing, but the name... Oh, man.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
The United Eorzea, best Eorzea. I can agree with that. But... the name... I don't know. Is this voice acted? No. Well, now that we're out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you'll forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying I have dreamt, it should be dreamt, not dreamed of this day. I have dreamt of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was as heartened as anyone to see the peoples of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made, and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of a Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. I hate it when they do this.
Many and many more.
Whose voice is that? Oh, that was the wrong voice for that character. Thank you for the raid, Schleb. How we doing? Welcome, raiders. Just bear in mind this is spoilerific 5.55 storyline. If that's not your cup of tea, then I would turn away. Swim away, Fugu Fish. Swim away. Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome, everyone. How was your stream? Let me know. We're in the middle of a sentence, though, so I'm going to continue properly, and then I'll give you a proper shout-out in a second. Oh, Thancred. Elder Seeds here. How might we be of service? Well, we gave it a raw voice before, but I don't think that's appropriate anymore, is it? I seek Master Alphino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbour, the Sylphs. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes? Just so, it is our hope that we make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force.
An armed force? Founded with the self-same goal in mind, no less.
So much nodding.
The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphino. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm.
In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves, which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception, one intended to pave the way of the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught, built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals. The Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests, and I have no wish to see this new endeavour suffer the same fate.
Mayhap I ask too much of you.
Not at all. You may count upon my assistance, for what little it's worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves.
You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the telophoroi and flourish until next we meet, my friends.
You're not my friend, Carney Sana. You can't just buy my friendship like that. No, it's not going to happen. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Might you join me in seeking them out? Oh, come on, Alphino, really? I can't think of an excuse not to, so yes. A lot of busy work. Well, I shall be grateful of your help, grudging or not.
I'll join you. If we're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it'll be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them.
Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. Good old Graha here. Just fist pounding his chest there. Brilliant. We should be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. Aye. Yeah, we are literally the warrior of everyone else's menial tasks right now. Right, thank you so much once again, Schleb, for that raid. I must say, thank you so much. That was very nice of you. I do hope that you're having a great day. I'm just checking that that's written properly. If you guys want to check out Schleb, be sure to go and give them a follow. Go check them out. And thank you so much. Warn them before dropping them off here. The stream was great. Got into Zadnor and we'll do MSQ tomorrow. Thank you so much. Hopefully I didn't spoil anything in that process if you're still here. But thank you. Thank you very much. Enjoy your MSQ. Hopefully it picks up from here. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Let me just read chat for a second. I know some people who always answer one moment please regardless of how much advance and prep time they had before whatever was planned. One moment please is a fitting FC name on so many levels. It really is. Like I say, I would love to see that. You zoned out for cutscene, so we're good. Nice. But thank you so much. I'll one day I would like to. I'm going to write down. I keep forgetting to do this. I'm actually going to write down in the back of this envelope because that's all I've got around at the moment. I'm going to write down. Here we go. Okay, and then one day, hopefully, I'll be streaming at a point where you are, and I will try and raid you in return. Because I don't do that enough. I don't manage to catch all of the lovely people that raid me, so I will return the favour someday. How about that? Right then, let's continue. Let's crack on with the storyline. Like I say, if you don't want to see 5.55 storyline and terrible voice acting and me joking around, then turn away now as we continue. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that a report I proposed is largely written. Not long after that fateful day in Eldar, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be the crucial question, namely, why, after the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us, while others did not?
I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new grand company together? And that this knowledge might help us to prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested?
That is my hope, yes. But the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandon the cause would welcome my inquiries.
Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith.
A fine suggestion. Have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of a questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. I want to be with Alistair. I would love to see what some of those people have to say about him.
If you have no objection, says Alphinaud,
I have a mind to begin by speaking with Riol and Aliane. Aliane? Can't remember them. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriums. Let us seek them out there. Alright then. What's that? The peaks, isn't it? Oh, the fringes. I get the peaks and the fringes mixed up so often. Hey, Ivory. Yeah. You're new to Final Fantasy XIV. Can you tell me about the new features? New features? Well, if you're new to Final Fantasy XIV, isn't every feature new? Question mark? Ah, dear. Enjoy the storyline whenever you get to do it, okay? I just wanted to get it out of the way. You can lurk in here while I do the MSQ and not get spoilers. I'm a bit further than you. Nice. Crazy Chocobo Lady says, Meoni, I know you said on your video you're not going to try for the triple triad mount. Any way we can convince you otherwise? Look. I knew people will be talking about this. I just don't have that many cards, guys. I've only got 202. I think you need 305, isn't it? Because the tournament cards don't count. I think it's 305 or 315. I have a lot of work to do if I was to do it. That's a lot of work. Now, I commend people like Mr. Happy who have recently made an effort on their streams to go and do this, but I'm not sure I could do it. Quite honestly, it's a task and a half. I am so bad with RNG. It would just probably... maybe. We've got 6 months, right? I intend to do my resistance weapons. And then, we'll see, okay? Yeah, I'd like to do that. Alright, more storyline. Ooh, what voice should we give Real?
Well, look who it is. And what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with a big meeting, would it?
There you go, that's more of an Alamegan accent. In a manner of speaking, I have been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. You try to play at least once a day, however, RNG hates you. Yeah, I can see that.
So, you want to know why we decided to stick with the scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that.
Yeah, pretty much, Ivory. That's how it works.
As Riol will attest, I spent a long time agonising over me failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For me negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I don't think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I'll continue to serve the cause for as long as I'm able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of anything that happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation.
I don't know where the voice is going with that one.
We would not have burned you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Would you like a cuppa?
Nothing, that's what. As for me own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it this day. But as time goes on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hoary Boulder to Mistress Tataru, we've all got us something to offer. Not one of us is doing it for our personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting. I don't know where the accent's going. Which is what's being a Scion's all about. now we're going to London. Not sure why we're in London, but we're here, so he's going to continue like that.
I'm at a loss for words. Why myself for no squeaky now? I've completely lost my mind. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. You don't come here for quality, chat, let's be honest. Forgive me, Meoni. Could you translate? Give us your thoughts. Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? That's a good question. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes. Come on.
Well, it's fanning out deals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. I don't know what accent this is anymore. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, or the glory, or both.
What was hers again? Ours was quite a desperate band, and while I'll never forgive Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts.
Oh god, they're sympathizers. That's not good.
Just a pity. He was doing it all for wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag bang of misfits, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tartaru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door.
I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, with weird accents each, with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. I hope not.
On your bike, lad. On your bike.
You need to leave, but your voices are too good. I am so sorry. These are not good. This is a tragedy. Yep, you did. Ah, dear. Oh, God. Oh, we could talk to him more. We have to see what Riel has to say now.
After Company Heroes went its separate ways, I did try working on my own for a bit. I'll admit, it was nice being able to pick my own battles, but if you want to make a real difference, you need to find a good crew and stick with them.
Speaking of former Crystal Braves, I've not seen Aegimus of late, whatever he's supposed to be pronounced as, constantly away on missions as he is. I wonder how he fares.
Alphino is keen to hear what Alice and Graha of Tyr have learned from the Braves who turned their back on them. Of course, I am as well. Jeez. Well, I think we've taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I am conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. Oh, at least he waves. You nod.
Alphino, at least wave back. That's me, that is.
Me and you are going to have words as well as your sister. Jesus. I hope everyone's enjoying their patch day. I'm sorry about the voices. This is how it's always been, unfortunately. Dear. Whereabouts is this? We'll use a teleportation. Ah, the Lancers Guild. Okay. That makes sense. Doopy 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 doop. Ooh. Graha's here as well.
Thanks to Tartaru's ever-dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alphino, some of their comments were harsh.
I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I'll set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out Elder Frixio. I'll join you anon. Oh, I got a dote. Thank you for the dote there, little fella. Cool. Little solace. Little solace. Little Sharlash. Or as the Sahagin call it. Nearly made Fran spit out her water there. It's true though. The guy that they got to do the voice acting for the Sahagin was like, put a bar of soap in his mouth and went. Arcane Arts. Thank you so much for your follow. I appreciate that. Right, continuing with the grand storyline with FFXIV. God, it's a sylph. How do we do a sylph voice? I have a cunning plan, actually. A cunning plan, Baldric. We got this. You ready? You ready for this voice?
Welcome, Brave One and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see walking ones again so soon after the meeting.
It's been a while since we last spoke, FFXIV. How you doing?
Indeed it has. Though the palace was pretty, well, very pretty, I must say, the meeting was far too noisy for this one. So many shouting ones and squawking ones and cheering ones with no chance for carefree conversation. Still, this one is pleased all ones can be friends. Horned one Carney Senna, she was very horny, said that walking ones rather, would be coming to little solace. Imperial ones also invaded Sylphlands that abducted many of these ones, so these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones.
That is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all wands to work in unison to stop the telophoroi. Don't encourage them, Grant, here. Come on.
These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Get it? Because we're small. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one. In quite a hurry, it seems.
Where?
I mean, where? Alice, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alphino, don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. What? No, a Twin Adder officer accosted me as I was about to set out. Sharlayan has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. Oh, Endwalker story. An envoy? Could it be that Kryl has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough. But there is more. The envoy has requested that two of us attend the audience with the elder seats here. Really? I can see why they might want the scions to be present, but us specifically. Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told that it was one Forchenon Levier. Don't pronounce the rest of his name because it's French and I don't know how to pronounce that. So I call him Levier, by the way. Just saying you know that. Your father? Well now, the fact that a serving member of a forum had journeyed here would be surprise enough, but him? Quite. I gleaned from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 forum members? Unless he volunteered for it. It's been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he's always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it's invariably our mother who replies. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Elder FFXIV, loath that I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies along with my report.
Never mind, there'll be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking once from more urgent matters. Go!
At least she's happy about it. The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Let's go. Let's do it. I want to see Alphino and Alisae's father. I've been waiting for this moment. Do do boom be doo be doo boom be doo be doo. Conjurer's Guild, of course, right? No problemo. Wham.
Welcome, Warrior of Light. The Elder Seedseer and your friends are waiting within.
Take me to your leader, literally. Oh, it's been ages since I've been here. Oh, I love the Lotus Stand. I think this is such a cool place. Do you guys remember this from a storyline in 1.0? Like this, like a meeting area? Maybe not, but it's cool. I like it. I like this little area.
My friends, I thank you all for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunol's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Kryl permission to request Sharlayan's aid, we did not anticipate so prompt a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover.
Alright, please give me some voice acting, please. Well, they're pretty. Oh, here he comes. He's got that swagger.
Elder Seedseer,
nice.
I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortuno Levea, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health. Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisois, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene.
Oh god, here we go again. Here we go. This is the turning point of the character. Oh, he's so nice. He's so lovable. He's a bit of a bastard. Check Twitter. I will after we've done Winnie MSQ. Please. But that's cool. I will check that out, Ren.
and my position remains unchanged.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Would you though?
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphinaud is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
This guy is way too passive-aggressive know-it-all. What a dumbass. Better to fight than fail when away for the answer. Yeah, it's in your power to save us, refuse, and you condemn us all. That's exactly what I would say. Why are you wanting to die?
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike her, you should know better.
Excuse-moi? Don't just... No. I'm sorry, Fortuno. You're not going to be putting down the Warrior of Light in any way, shape or form. I am 10 times more powerful than you will ever be. Idiot.
By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy.
Oh yeah, such a good culture. We're just going to watch the world burn because we can. Right? Are you going to save those people? No. We're going to study them burning. But you could just put a bucket of water on them. No. We must study their burning to better the future of mankind. These people suck, man. I hate these people in real life and I hate them in the game as well.
Alphinaud, Alizé, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What? You can't just... I mean, I guess you can, but That's... You've literally just made your kids bastards. That's hilariously bad. Wow. What a dick.
What? Father? How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait! Don't bother, Alize!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Oof. This is everything that I wanted from this particular part of the storyline. There's no way back from this. That's just dark and twisted. You know for a fact now that this dude has such concrete ideals. The reformation of his character will only come at the end of a blade. And you know for a fact that in Endwalker we'll be kicking that guy's butt. He might not die at our hand, he might die at someone else's hand, but he's certainly going to be beaten crapless, or he's going to spring a trap on us, or he'll, when we go to Sharlayan in the expansion, perhaps we'll be, like, assaulted by his goons or something, or someone will, you know, try to assassinate him, or, you know what I mean? Like, this is a perfect staging point for that ideal of storyline. And this sort of contention is exactly what the game needed at this point. Because up until this point, every single scion had such a positive outcome waiting for them. It was all hunky-dory, and the world, you know, the world's going to end, right? Unless they stick together. They've got all of these wonderful alliance members now. They've got the beast tribes, but they can't, you know, they can get the beast tribes to join them, but they can't get their own father. And in fact, one of the oldest civilizations in the entirety of Hydaelyn to actually join their side, even at the end of the world. That is good storytelling. Let's continue. This is really good. I'm enjoying this now. Bit slow, but we're warming up. What a dick, though, that guy is. It's amazing.
So that's what he came here to say. That's why that we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the telophoroi. As for the rest,
like it or not, that was the Forum's decision to watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but a messenger, and he handed down their judgment. Oh, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. Ah, that's pretty deep.
To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it was not only Master Fourcheneau who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the telophoroi without their aid.
Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their consul, as they want to do? Good point.
Meoni, has Master Fourcheneau arrived yet?
Yes, Kryl.
And it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject without exception. It was almost unnerving.
Could it be that they are hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fourcheneau's performance. Oh, yes. Evil, evil, evil. They're evil. When he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But what if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end, and simply disagree with us about the circumstances?
That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the telophoroi as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission, researching Hydaelyn and the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us.
Obstructed at every turn.
So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here, when the time is right, of course. I am aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a knife edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements.
I've always wanted to visit Sharlayan. I mean, it's true. I mean, I can't wait to fish there.
And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances.
Hey, fishing's fishing, at the end of the day.
It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look out for yourselves in the meantime, won't you?
I'll try. You just got to the credits. Well, no spoilers for me, but if you're crying, I'll probably end up crying.
Your speculations have given cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. Where it is possible the Sharlayans hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt in them a change of heart, and so for the present we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The former have refused our request for aid, and it falls to us to contend with a telophoroi.
That it does. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there is no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Sharlayan intend to do if we fail? They probably have a picnic. That's my first guess. What's Zephyr? Well, ooh, what's spell speed? I'll take some critical hit, thank you very much. Nom 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 nom. Not that I'll ever use it, but there we go, I'll take it. Right then. Ooh, we get the shush emote. Awesome. Oh, that was such a nice surprise. Carney Senna seems determined not to let the disappointment of Sharlayan's rejection distract her from the task at hand. Oh, I want that emote. Come on.
While Sharlayan's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the Forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that the scions...
Grave tidings, what?
Oh.
Grave tidings, walking ones. Grave tidings.
Oh, wrong voice.
Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred?
These ones who went to see the feathered ones sent terrible news! The Destroyer ones have appeared in Dalfatol! Destroyer ones are captured ones, and even frightful godly ones! Feathered ones have the chance that we were sent flapping and squawking!
When did this happen? Is it too late to help them?
Too late, yes. Much too late. But luckily the throwing ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered ones who did not fight were left unarmed.
West? That would be worthless.
My lady, the Sharlayans report the telophoroi have emerged from the eastern islands of Kurthus and are marching at speed. Though their purpose has yet to be determined, the Carteneau flats would seem their most likely destination. Lord Amaric has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. The Carteneau flats. Have we actually been to the Carteneau flats since 1.0?
Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth.
Oh, it's hotting up. Probably very literally. Well, mayhap it is a mercy that we do not have the time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste to Carteneau. Yeah.
Wait! This one almost forgot! The straying ones are said to be led by a cackling robed one. This one must see that all walking ones know. Farewell!
What a polite little self. Oh dear. Van Daniel? Who else? It was only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. Thank you, Retweety 007, for your follow.
I shall have an airship ready to bow to Carteneau. Please see to your preparations and report to the landing with all haste.
Alright, Carney Senna, we got this. At once, my lady. Let us away. Your lady? Are you referring to me, young sir? Dial. I am the warrior of light. Not your lady. Right then, where are we going? The Carleen Canopy. Hi Meoni, I love your YouTube videos. Aw, well I love that you love the videos and I love the fact that you love them so much to say that you love them. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm going to have to open the window. It's turned into like 70 degrees in here. Whew, let there be air. It's gone all muggy, chat. I think we're going to get a thunderstorm. Squeaky microphone. I do apologise. The stand's a bit crap. I need to get a new one at some point. Right then, Colleen Canopy. On we go for more storyline. So far, I'm enjoying this. I'm quite surprised, honestly, how it's shaping up. I didn't think they would introduce Fortunato as such a negative character so early. There we go. Very good. World building. Meoni, it would seem Fordolo has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I've explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Ah, and it'll be over sooner if you shut up and come with me. I love Fordolo. Hey, he's up and about. How you doing, old friend?
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Oh no. Is he paralyzed?
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again.
Thank you for the follow, Big Jack. Well, this is terrible.
Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide. Look, Alphino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
Wow. Some things may have changed, but the adventure isn't over yet. Not at all. Much more to do, my friend.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero. Do you know that?
Yeah, I agree. Just strap a few rocket launchers to the side of that chair, you know, get a machine gun. It'll actually steady your aim. You'd be pretty good at it. Just take up a machinist. Honestly, think about it. There are many ways that this hasn't stopped you from fighting. Always look at the positives, you know? If we didn't look at the positives in life when things like that set us back, then, God, who knows? We wouldn't be much of a species, would we? We're capable of a lot.
You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
Thank you, Fordola, for actually speaking, properly.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Fenway says, not a huge fan of redemption arcs, but I like her. Well, you see, the thing is, hers is quite unique, isn't it? I like Fordola. I think she's a fantastic character, even when she was... I mean, she was never really truly bad. She was just under the impression that all was lost, right? That's what it came down to. But, we'll see what happens next. Alice says, you can tell me later what that was all about, but judging by the set of Alphino's jaw, it appears to have done him some good. Thancred and the others have already left for the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Amaldur and Kobold forces are also bound for Carteneau as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in Alamigo, and we must do the same by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to depart. We should get going. Upon joining the battle at Carteneau, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to participate in the battle and view these scenes in their entirety. Well, chat, cracks knuckles, let's get going. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you'll be able to try again from the most recent of these. It's more likely that we disconnect, judging by my friend's disconnect symbol there, so who knows. Let's see if the patch holds up. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Oh, so if we DC, we're screwed. Right, let's go. You gotta leave in 5 minutes. Alright, take it easy. I will check Twitter out later, and I'll get back to you, like I said. But, yeah. Enjoy your day. Voice acting, please.
My fellow scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Sharlayan, nor are we any closer to discerning the telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
Oh, I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that telophoroi have already arrived.
I'll do what I can to cure the tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
Translation. We don't know why the enemy chose this foothold for a battlefield. Whatever happens, don't let him get to you. Right, okay. Got it. Got it, Oriange. Got it. Oh, I'm pretty hyped about this. Are we actually going to see the proper Carteneau Flats? Like the actual battlefield? Oh my goodness. Seriously? Wait. Oh, it is. Oh, that's so cool. I know it's because it's the PvP thingy, right? Oh, as for the Ascian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but he has since vanished. You'll likely... What was that? Likely intends to... I can't read all this that fast. Let's read it again. The telophoroi is sweeping across Carteneau. As for the Ascian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but he has since vanished. He likely intends to watch events unfold from afar. The verse father movements of the lunar primals have proven difficult to predict.
Hold fast, friend.
Okay, right. Alright, game. Don't let me read then. It's fine. Someone else tank these, please. Am I healing you, or is someone else going to heal you? You good? I guess I can just go into holy spam then? Is that good? We good with holy spam? Are we okay with that, scions? He's got anchor on him now. That's good. If I get defeated, you'll laugh at me, Father Fenman? And I'll go west. Meoni, Alphino, come with me. Alright. Estinian, do you want a heal? Wow, this is cool. We've got the Vanu smashing Magitech Colossus. Cutscene. Oh? What? As the scions spread out across the field, Alice and Graha take the fight to the telophoroi. Oh, look at these statues. Can we get them as housing items, please? That's my first thought. Those are so cool. Are we playing as Alice? Yeah. Oh, cool. So she has Contra 6 Ava here. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Interesting. Does it still do the same? It's a bit different, actually. A bit confused where Jolt is. So we can do our melee attack. We can Contra 6 multiple targets as usual, right? It's a single target still. It's a little bit different. By the way, if this is like the PvP thingy, I haven't done PvP in a long time. Before anyone mentions it. So I don't know if this is the PvP setup for
Allow me!
Or whatever. I have no idea. But it's fairly self-explanatory by the looks of it. Yeah, this song is awesome. The tempering has gone too far to treat them here on the battlefield. Yeah, what? Can't treat them whilst we're being attacked. Keep forgetting that has like the... So where's the... I suppose we don't have like the arrow and stuff, do we? We just have the flare though, that's good. This is a very strange version of Red Mage.
Just the beginning.
Can't say I'm a fan. The doublemint and then the jump back. I suppose that would have been useful for now. Is the music itself distorted? I'm not sure. Or is it just stream? I'm streaming what's on screen. We're game capturing right now. I'm not sure about anything else. Let's take this opportunity to cure the tempered. Alright, cool. Angelo, go. Angelo, go. Oh, there we go. Taste the rainbow. Oh. Great opportunity to appear. I want his robe though, not gonna lie.
Do you see that? The glyph, yes. How worried should we be?
I would say very worried. That's a yikes, whatever that is.
Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I can see ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Carteneau. But now that I'm here, these things have become clear. The flats conceal an etheric confluence, like the pillars of the Azim Steppe, but greater in scale, far greater.
Oh dear.
The glyphs that Fandaniel has conjured reach into its very midst, and I believe I know their purpose. Should the lunar primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with a potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption to the flow of ether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm.
Oh dear me. Is this how it goes?
That he would go so far cometh as little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all costs.
Wow. The end of the world sort of situation. Interesting. Like a big bomb then. Oh god. Lunar Odin! Is that Odin? So the time has finally come to pit my blade against his. Follow my lead. Oh, I'm Oriange. What we got? We got Malefic, Lord of Crowns, Scroll, Benefic. Oh god. Alright. Tancred, can you go please? Oh, that's the shield thing, isn't it? Yeah, have that. No, don't you need that? Let's get rid of the fetter, perhaps. This is so cool!
I shall protect thee.
I certainly will. I'll try to, anyway. Oh, that's gonna hurt! Should have used the shield really there. Not sure it matters that much. All the confluence needs to be healed as well. Spaghettios. Oh yeah, look at these things. These are the Shrinky Boys. I remember the Shrinky Boys.
My turn!
May the 12 guide you.
I can imagine for some people who don't play healer, this would be quite annoying. Brace yourselves, okay. Alright. Bit more damage. I like how the NPCs just stand in everything like the real party. No, they didn't stand in that. Okay, so we need to kill the fetters before that, because we need to free that. He needs to come over or we're all dead.
Away with you!
Come on. Shields up.
The best defense is a good defense!
Oh. Nice. It did nothing. Is that all you've got, Odin? That's a yikes from me. Let's see. Going good. He's going to strike again, probably on his which side? This side? Yeah, let's use it. Okay. Just spot heal that. This is going well. What a cool little fight. I mean, it's not taxing in the slightest, but it's cool. This brass section is so nice on this track. It's almost Star Warsy, isn't it? It's quite cool. You never played Astrologia in your Weapons fight, so you've got your basic buff, basically, that does damage. They've made this very simple, scroll stuff, so you've got your 20% MP restoration. That's what that's done down to. Benefic is like, as you can see, your spot heal. And then you've got an AoE heal, which is your aspect of Helios. Oh. What happened? I was reading stuff in chat. Chat distracted me. Oh no. I'll blame chat. Is that right? It's fine. It's Antetsuka. It's fine. I was getting like carried away because it was so kind of easy, and then suddenly, whoopsie. Spunky one, thank you for your follow. That's what I get for saying anything about the fight. It's not remotely true. Don't take your eye off the ball. Right? Or focus targeting as well. Play this properly. Chat's fault. Confirmed. My fault.
I shall protect thee.
buff that so we do more damage to that, but honestly, it's not going to do that much damage. We can heal it anyway, so... Surely we were better off using the fixed sign against the boss. There's a gap there.
My turn!
You don't like healing without
May the
a
12
mouse
guide
over
you.
macro. Fair enough. This is the old school way, isn't it? Do you heal? Have you ever healed with like a party list then? Just clicking party list? Ein her jar. Oh, should be fine. Just a bit of AoE, right? Just a little bit of AoE, it's fine. Lead weight, okay. Should have saved the sign for that, shouldn't I? Balls. Quickly, Sherlock, kill it.
Away with you!
Quickly. Sherlock!
The best defense is a good defense!
It's a terrible saying. Best defense is a good defense. Who came up with that? That's terrible. Holy shit, this game is ugly. Was it made in 1990? I like your troll attack. If this was made in 1990, then I would have got even more years of enjoyment out of it than I already have. Yeah, it looks better than WoW, so... This is where I have to try and eat sausage. Yes, he's a glutton for punishment, it would seem, right? Oh, so we just have to kill him before that goes off. Basically, I just didn't do enough signs. Oh god, is that seriously the... No! That's a tight window! I'm dead again. Oh! Yikes, man. That is a tight window. Unless you're maleficing every, like, second. That was cool. Meanwhile, Grahatir and Alisei prepare to lock swords with Luna Ravana. Oh, I'm loving this. Wow, that's awesome. Should we get weapons from that? If only. Imagine purple variants of all of the weapons. Right, so we've got Graha. Oh, now, I'm not very good at Black Mage, so I have no idea what I'm doing. This will be fine. It's just fire force spam, isn't it? Who uses Blizzard these days? We don't even have the what's it these days. Oh, we have... Wait, we have Cure 2? Oh. Thunder... Isn't it Thunder 4 for the buff? Don't let the buff drop off. What do we have Medical 2? Great. That's interesting. Very interesting. And also Flame, we have to keep them from a confluence. That's interesting. Oh, right, the AoE. Oh, that's what break.
I have you now.
Oh, that's cool. Right, it's the petrification thing. Okay. Interesting. But I've also got to cure this at the same time. Okay. Right. This is fine. Q2 on a black mage. God, I'm glad that I healed some amount. Barely anything there. Oh, am I tanking or are you tanking? Can we decide who's tanking now, I say? And we also have mana. Oh right, we get mana back from Blizzard. Wow, I wish Blizzard really gave you that much mana back from the actual game. I'm not used to playing Black Mage, okay? This is really quite interesting. Very cool. Alright, so they're gonna go off first and then those ones. And I've been a bad black mage already. I've not kept my buff up from Thunder. Things would be most distressing me, right? But don't tell him. Seeing tail. What's that doing? Stay a wee. I'm surprised there's not been any super knackers, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's get some mana back whilst we can. I have a feeling we'll need it. Press the wrong button, granted. Can we destroy these? Yes, we can. Gotta be quick for these, though. Oh no 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 no. You know pass. No passivity. No. How that hurt. Okay. Oh, nice. Good job, Alice. You did a good. Look how cool the Ravana model looks, man. Okay, that was easier than I expected, thankfully. You still have to pay attention to it, though. You can't read a Twitch chat. Oh, dear. I love this, like, chessboard thing going on. I think this is amazing. At the self-same moment, you stand shoulder to shoulder with Alphino and Estinian, resolved to lay Luna Ithrit low. We get a statue of our Warrior of Light as well whilst we're at it. Fiery boy indeed. This is intense for a storyline quest. I'm actually quite surprised. I like it. Luna Ithrit, the one Arenvold and Fordola encountered, and made him disabled, sadly. Right, let's go. Are you tanking, Estinian? Yeah, you go, for sure. I don't want to be tanking. Can I not be tanking right now, please? Not to be taken lightly. Let's see how weak Fordola and Arenvold actually were then. Oh, look at that! That's so cool! What are you gonna do? Infernal nails, right, gotcha. The nails. Oh, he is actually casting Hellfire as well. This is really cool. You wouldn't know what Lunar Garuda would look like. Probably like just really nice purple feathers, right? And big purple glowing eyes. I think that would be really quite nice. We'll never know unless we do. Maybe in the future? I still think that the lunar versions of the trials should have been the primal should have actually been trials themselves with extreme difficulties. I think that would have been a really cool collection of fights. That would have been really nice.
We must fight on!
In my opinion. You might disagree completely, which is fine. But I think they would have been cool. And especially Lunar Bahamut. It was so nice to see in the dungeon that we did in the previous patch. It would have been really nice to see a trial version of that. It's a good homage to the old fights as well, this. I like that. Give a little bit of a nod. Meo just finished the story, so I thought let's see where he was. Playing through the storyline currently. In a bit. Yeah, like make it a level 90 trial, you know. Lunar Bahamut should have been a trial with an extreme. I would have loved that. I hope whatever they do have in store though for us in Endwalker is just as good or better. I'm sure it will be. But you know, can't help but wanting everything I see. We're getting more nails, I think. Should have saved the size for that, really. Oh.
Roar, Nidhogg! Roar!
Nidhogg?
I have you now!
Yeah! Oh yeah, look at this! Spinning. Cool, dude! Let's not die there, eh? That was cool! And it lashes out in desperation.
I will not be outdone!
I like how we resisted the first one with shields. It's fine, you hit me as much as you want. It's not the damn thing. That was really cool though, seeing the Dragoon attack. When are we going to get that Dragoon limit break? That would be cool. Can you imagine that? If there's more than one enemy on screen at one time, you just like have like a spirit version of yourself lunge to every single enemy. That should be in 6.0. That was so cool. Right then, epilogue time, presumably. Yeah, get wrecked. Get out of here. Go back to the moon or wherever. Flashy boy. That was pretty cool, though. Is this where we see Fanny? There he is. Fanny Daniel.
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you. Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
Kill him all.
I would have punched him, not the ground.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Oh, we got some prisoners then. That's good.
Do not hang your heads so, brave scions. Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
Should have been quicker. But I'll do better next time. Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
To the very end. To the very end, Alphino.
To the very end.
Thank you for the follow, Kiri. The moon. Looks pretty. Oh. Glowy moon. Is that the lunar cry? Oh. Are we getting that Final Fantasy VIII reference? Come on. Make it blood red. Make it spew with enemies. Come on. No? No? Oh dear. Well, I expected a different kind of to be continued there, but oh, I love the art in the background. Very cool. Very cool. I'll let you listen to the music, and if we survive long enough through these titles, then I'll give you my impressions. Unless you want me to give them now, but let's see what chat is saying. Hannah says, "Oh, did they really?" Odin says, "Ooh, underwhelming end." Meoni is going to the moon. That's right. I'm taking you with me. We still have one more patch, don't we? Not a storyline. I don't believe so. Citation music. If you're referring to 5.58, that might be. as rumor has it, might be when the cross data center. But the next MSQ is going to be 6.9. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, well, let's break this down a little bit. Right then. So, we've just seen the end of that. Is that a good enough link way to 6.0? Yes, in my personal opinion. Did it need to have anything more? Not really. Was I expecting anything more? Yeah, a little bit. But that's based on expectations of something bad happening, or a bit there being a cliffhanger. But a story doesn't need to be a story doesn't need to have a cliffhanger necessarily of someone dying or being ill or something bad happening to spurn a story further. You know, not like, you know, as we already know, spoilers, with Papalimo's death and deaths like that before, right? We don't necessarily always need that. It's just one of those things that people have got used to expecting, including myself. It's a force of habit where you learn to expect something negative to happen to join that. The only negativity that we did have, which is still as bad as anything, is that Alphinaud and Alisei are no longer Levioleurs, right? They've been banished. Sharlayan is hiding a dark secret. That answered that question. That linked at least Sharlayan perfectly. The moon was shown, but really that was kind of like... I'm surprised none of the characters went, "What's up with the moon?" as like the final words. I thought it was a little bit crazy that they all just looked up and went, None of them had a surprised face on them. They were just kind of like, huh, glowing moon. Huh. About that time, eh chaps? Oh no, not the pneumo in the background.
McLoog!
Yeah, overall I think that was a fantastic end to Shadowbringers, although Shadowbringers has already ended. I do think it was a perfect bridge to the new one. I don't think it was as mundane as perhaps we think. I just think that no matter what they put in the patch today, there is still going to be 6 months, right, without any answers. So it doesn't matter what they did. If they put in a 2-hour cutscene, would that have sated you any greater? No, not really, because by tomorrow, when, you know, after you guys have done this, it's going to be like, well, 6 more months, boys. November, late November, at the earliest. And it is what it is. You have to see some positivities in it, but it's the very actual truth that I still think that whatever they could have patched into the storyline would have had the same resolution from some people anyway. My disappointment isn't actually as prevalent as I thought it might have been. I think that on the whole, it linked enough without telling too much. More often than not, they have a foretelling of too much of why that we do something. I feel that was where Stormblood failed. There was too much of a why we're going to those places. There's too much already backstory written for that. I think a lot of the time that's the failing of that sort of thing. It wasn't Shadowbringers failing, but Stormblood definitely felt a little bit like that. It was all over the place. Whereas with Endwalker, we really don't have any expectations other than stuff's going down. There's a nice variety of places. You know, the Moon, Fafnir, Garlemald, Sharlayan, great mix of places. My only concern then for Endwalker is that it will be spread too thin between those places, like Stormblood. That is still a concern. I would like there to be an equal amount of Moon versus Garlean versus Sharlayan content, but am I going to get that? Well, my presumption is that I'm not going to get that, and the Moon side will be very little. But I'd like to be wrong, and I want to see as much as possible in those locations. Do you remember, like, in Stormblood, you had this feeling at the back of your head, or at least I did. In my opinion, I was like, I wish there was more Doman stuff than Girabanian stuff. Maybe that's just my own silliness, my own opinion, like I say, but it felt to me like I was enjoying the Doman stuff, and it felt a bit jarring when it took us from that, and suddenly we were invading Alamigo, and then suddenly we were back in the Far East, and then suddenly, you know, as long as they don't do that and it's a linear form of progression, we're good. The way that Shadowbringers worked is that they had the choice of 2 areas first, but you inevitably had to do the other one anyway, right? So you had Amarang or you had Colucia as a start, and then you did the other one, and then you did a bit of Lakeland, then you went to Ilmeg, then you went back to the Crystal Forest thingy, Lakeland, and then onwards. I thought that worked quite well. So if they do something like that with Endwalker, that could be quite nice. But I don't like hopping back and forth. It's kind of sad. The Doman side was better in your opinion? I agree, Hannah. But that's my opinion. Yours might differ, and there's no wrong answers. I think that was a great patch for storyline. It could have been longer, yeah, but it could have been shorter as well, to be perfectly honest. Did I enjoy the fights? Yeah, but I felt that they were a little bit... don't know, how did I feel about the fights? They were fun, and they were a lot more complicated than I expected. I'm talking with a general basis. I think that when it comes to the audience that goes through just the main storyline and nothing else, there might be some people who go to the forums and complain. That will inevitably happen, regardless of how easy they make something, right? At the end of the day. The accessibility of those things was probably not the highest, but I still thought it was a fantastic piece of content. And thankfully it did save between that progression, so that was good. There we go. Right, I'm going to skip the rest of these credits. Hopefully it shows me anything that's post-credit. I don't think there was anything. If there was something I missed, do let me know in the chat, but I don't think so. But we've got this little cutscene as well now. I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the Pride of the Ishgardian fleet. Yes, lest you worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. You have thought of everything, Lord Emmerich, and may I say how much I appreciated the hospitality you afforded us on the way home. Think nothing of it. Our destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend has been since last he took his leave. It would seem you have finally found a place to settle down.
I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East.
That's good, actually. Returning to more serious matters, while the telophoroi have been driven from Carteneau, 'tis like that the bulk of their forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eorzea's first joint military operation, however, I am confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. As such, while our forces keep the telophoroi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible division of labor. While the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given the expertise in the field of etherology, we are better qualified to find the solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There is a time and a place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets are wont to hide where only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you are able to uncover. And with that, I must take my leave. Should you have need of my assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. Goodbye, Emmerich. Nice to see you in the storyline again. Anytime, buddy. I confess I had hoped to be able to study the towers more closely. Vital as they plainly are to the telophoroi's plans, if we can discern their ultimate function, we'll be one step closer to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it is all but certain that the telophoroi will mount an all-out invasion. And then it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities. The final days themselves. Yes, all right, Alphino. We need a plan, not portents. As Thancred so eloquently pointed out, we are in a position to seek information from all manner of places, not least Sharlayan. According to Kryl, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of a telophoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. But one thing is clear, the Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fortuneau's performance at the Lotus stand was enough to convince me of that.
The matter beareth further investigation, I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for the answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Sharlayan hath ever been the wellspring of ethereological knowledge. I care not where we go. Here or there, my lance will be ready.
And what of you, Meoni? Might you be persuaded to join us? Plot a course for Sharlayan. Choo-choo! Let's go. Trains get there, right? Here, here! It's time we laid bare to the telophoroi's dark designs. It appears we are in agreement. We have but to wait for Kryl to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there is a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By strange coincidence, it does. At present, I have only a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will soon find out whether my fears are warranted. Oh god, off they go. Although I really don't want to see Y'shtola paralyzed and placed into a wheelchair either, so hopefully they're careful. And we get the reward. Shh, chat. Shh. Oh dear. Yay, we learned how to shush people. Whoop whoop. Now we can just go shh, comment section. Shh. Oh, meanwhile, in the Garlean capital, I was looking forward to this. It's not over. Oh, there's the scythe. Oh, that is meaty. Look at that. Gun scythe.
Those Eorzeans certainly are a stubborn bunch, though I suppose you knew that already. My plan to redirect the ether from Carteneau came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure. Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach. The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon.
Wait, is the moon really that red? Are you kidding me?
Then you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor.
That's the lunar cry. That's the lunar cry.
And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
What just roared? Something roared there. I want to know what it roared. Oh, more storyline. Okay, keep going. I didn't expect to see this.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically, far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
The towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me.
What? Thank you for the raid. I'm watching a cutscene.
And with it, the end.
Minfilia?
Fate of the star is in your hands.
Vanar? Is that what Vanar looks like? Heart of Hydaelyn?
Everything all right back there?
Interesting. Oh, please say the moon stays like that in the game. That is the lunar cry. I'm not kidding. That has me confirmed now in my head. A solemn dawn, grim purpose shines in gazes cast towards moonlit sky, or moonlit sky. Thus does our final curtain rise, your steps to guide. What did the rest say? Your steps to guide, and I missed the last bit. Wah. Watch end betides. Thank you, Rafog. Interesting. You could read into that for about 4 hours, couldn't you, really? Thank you so much for that raid, by the way, Moogle Go Around Radio. Appreciate that. And hi, Chili. And Snacky Boy Stream, thank you for your follow. And John Kong, Elio for your follow. And Mimico. And I think that's everyone that I missed. Sorry about that. I was stuck thigh deep into storyline. So we learn the emote shush now, so we can shush people, which is going to be great. Oh, this is great. Is it going to be is it a persistent one? No way. No? Why is it showing up as some of these as new when they're not new? That's weird. There it is. So you can do /shush or shh. Fantastic. What does it look like? Shh, chat. Oh, if only she puckered her lips up and went shh. Shh. We don't talk about the main storyline. Shh. Oh dear, fantastic. Well, there we go. That was the ending of at least the main storyline quest for this particular patch. I already gave you a summary of what I felt before, and it hasn't really changed in the slightest, but you probably knew it wouldn't change. I really appreciated that. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a fantastic little storyline and a great way of introducing Endwalker. Will I be bored for 6 months? No, my friends, because next on the stream we're going to be looking at resistance weapons, and I'm trying to do all 17. So there we go. But for the people on YouTube, thank you kindly for watching. For more stuff like this, if you want to watch it live, come over to twitch.tv/Meoni.